Hello everybody, it's May the 4th. So today I'm going to be ranking all the Star Wars movies. And before I start, 48 subscribers, wow. Thank you guys, this is, just thank you, this is great. Coming up at number 11 we have Attack of the Clones. I will still watch this, it's not like unbelievably bad. But so many politics, Hayden Christensen, Natalie Portman, and need I say more? And the CGI. It's less than stellar, but you gotta respect them for at least trying. And it's a love-hate sorry about my stutter there. There's a very love-hate relationship with the Yoda fight scene. I gotta say, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think any Star Wars movie really lets you down when it comes to lightsaber battles. At number 10, we have Solo: A Star Wars Story. This didn't really need to be made. I mean, I love Han Solo, but he's just, I don't know. He's not really the character who needed to be, recasted in another movie, I do like these, different types of Star Wars movies, like Rogue One. I love that, and I felt like they could have done something with this. And the first time I watched it, I did enjoy parts of it, but it kind of shows something when I saw Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker in theaters. But I didn't see this one. It was kind of a bomb at the box office, and I'm more used to Star Wars movies being released in Christmas. Just a summer movie, it was kind of bound to bomb. Coming up at number 10, we have The Phantom Menace. Yeah, Solo's good, but Phantom Menace has got a lot more, it's got a lot more Jedi stuff in it, and it's got that amazing lightsaber battle with Darth Maul. Darth Maul's a top-tier character for sure, and so is Qui-Gon Jinn, but sadly two characters that we didn't get to see that much. Still great characters, and it's, I wasn't a big fan of young Anakin, and of course Jar Jar, yeah. I don't like him. But this movie, it has its flaws, but Duel of the Fates, man. Duel of the Fates, that's all I need to say, Duel of the Fates. At number 8, we have Rise of Skywalker. God, I mean, the first time I watched it, I really wanted to like it. And I mean, there are some good aspects in it. This was probably the movie I was most excited to see. To the point where before we watched it, I was like, oh my god, I'm worried I'm not going to be able to see it. The thing with Star Wars is such a big thing. I feel like most everyone likes it. This morning, they played the Star Wars theme at school over the PA. And this teacher, Mrs. Shook, she was running around like a madman. She was like, Star Wars! Real Star Wars fans just, are like, oh yeah, it's May the 4th, they don't make that big a deal out of it. I'm celebrating it with a video, but as you can tell, I'm chill. I'm not all crazy. I should have just told her to calm it down, but she's a teacher. She probably would have gave me detention. Either way, just settle down, Mrs. Shook. It's not that big a deal. Okay, well, I didn't review Rise of Skywalker. Let's get back to it. That was just a random story I had to talk about. Anyway, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker had a lot of flaws. I think the biggest flaw is that it's the last Star Wars movie. The last. And they made the most complicated plot ever. Can we just have, Kylo and Rey fight each other, and, Poe and Finn have, a side mission together, and Rose should have been in a lot more of it. The movie has many flaws. It's definitely a less than perfect movie, but there are some good aspects to it, and I do like the visual effects, and it looks pretty stunning. But all in all, it's just definitely not one of my favorites. I give it a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, something like that. Yeah. At number 7, we got Rogue One. Now, when we're talking about the most underrated Star Wars movie, that's it right there. I think the biggest reason I like this is the fact that they introduced so many new characters, and I like them. and Darth Vader's only in it for like 2 minutes, but he just steals the show. Rogue One is very, very good. Super, super underrated, and it's way better than Rise of Skywalker. I actually got to see this in 3D, so that Vader hallway scene, like, that was amazing seeing it in 3D. I remember the first time I saw it, like, I never thought I'd be smiling at a masked person, like, killing a bunch of helpless soldiers. It was literally, it was one of the best scenes in history that I've seen on the big screen. It was amazing. Like, that and Toby, Andrew, and Tom Holland, like, their Spider-Man landing in No Way Home, those were the two, like, best things I've seen in theater, probably. It was just awesome. This was just really an amazing scene. And the entire movie is just super, super underrated. We need to give it a lot more respect. Most of the characters are pretty great, too. Grand Moff Tarkin's CGI is a little creepy, but all in all, could you please just shut up? There are a lot of dumb people over here, like, anyway, all in all, it's a pretty great movie. At number 6, before I say this, I didn't write anything down. I'm doing this all from the mind because I feel like the Jedi would be proud of me. This is the right way to do it. Anyway, the 6th pick for me is, drumroll please, The Force Awakens. Yeah, I like this movie. When you're talking about getting people hyped, this does it well. There are some Force Awakens haters out there, but I truly believe no sequel trilogy movie will ever have everyone being like, oh, this is perfect. Because there are too many people out there that just are so quick to judge. But let me tell you something. This movie is pretty great. The only flaw I have with it is that it's too much like A New Hope. Other than that, it's a great movie. Kylo Ren's an amazing new villain, and you can see that they're trying to bring new characters into the mix, and they're all pretty great, especially Poe and Finn. They have an amazing dynamic duo together. All in all, it's really amazing. That Han Solo death is pretty scary. Oh, and when I said before that I saw this in theaters, I didn't. I probably shouldn't have said that. No, I didn't see it in theaters. But in my lifetime, I've seen 3 Star Wars movies in theaters. But this one is a good one. I saw it on DVD, like, right after I watched all the Star Wars movies in, like, 3 days. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Probably like a 8 out of 10. At number 4, we got The Last Jedi. This is the most underrated movie of all time. This is amazing, okay? Seeing it in theaters was just mind-blowing. I remember I saw it in 3D at the mall, and then I went up and down the escalator kind of just like to process what I had just seen. It's amazing. Rian Johnson really knocked it out of the park, and like it or not, this is the most different sequel trilogy movie there is. It was the movie that tried the most to be original, and unlike The Rise of Skywalker and Force Awakens, it didn't try to cram all these cameos down our throats. It really it tried to be its own movie, and like, it's so stupid how The Rise of Skywalker said that Rey was Palpatine's granddaughter. Like, Kylo Ren goes from telling her you were a nobody to saying that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Ryan's vision was truly awesome. It was the most different, newer Star Wars movie, and I think more creative ideas like this are exactly what Star Wars needs. All in all, it's a pretty great movie. I love seeing it in theaters. Number 3, we got Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, I really like this one. The prequels may not be the best, but this is the one. This is the one that I just always remember just loving. It's amazing. There's so much action. That Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Anakin lightsaber battle. Ooh, it's amazing. And it has an amazing ending showing how Anakin truly became Darth Vader, how he was more machine than man. I don't know. Anyway, it's a great movie. I remember I was actually legit scared when I first watched this, like when Palpatine's face got roasted, and when Anakin's did too. Like it was crazy. But it's the Star Wars movie. It's definitely the best in the prequels, and you cannot tell me otherwise. This movie is amazing. Number 2, A New Hope. Yeah, this one's great. Amazing characters. We gotta take it back. Like, this isn't really the 4th movie in the series. This is the first Star Wars movie ever made, and we need more ideas like this in cinema. Like, imagine the creative thought that went into this. It's kind of like how I thought of Elliot Thompson. I'm a genius, and so is George Lucas. Anyway, man, it's just such an amazing creative idea, and they started the original trilogy off very well. Definitely the best movie of the 70s by far, and I think we all gotta love it. It's a classic movie. At number 1, would this really go to anyone else? Or would this really go to anything else? The best Star Wars movie of all time, and probably in my top 5 movies of all time, we got Empire Strikes Back. That's number 1, baby. This movie is truly amazing. I've watched it like thousands of times. Introducing Yoda as a character, like, you thought like, oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi's so great. Well, they step one up with Yoda. This movie is freaking amazing. Empire Strikes Back, just great from start to finish. And this is exactly why I like The Last Jedi, because it really tried to do what this one did, and that's be different. Like, A New Hope was really, really, really good, and the heroes won, and you really expected them to win again, but they lose in the end. But yet, when you get out of the theater, you're still like, oh yes, that was so good. But then you're like, oh, did Han die? Like, you're gonna be confused. But either way, that I am your father twist, you're bound to have a good time in theaters when you see that. This movie is 10 out of 10 for sure. It really tested, like, your way of watching movies. Like, oh, the good guy's gonna win, right? But no, that's not what's gonna happen every single time. Sometimes the bad guys win, but it sets up for a movie that's actually pretty good. Oh no. Forgot about Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi was a good ending to the original trilogy. I'd probably rank it ahead of most of the sequels. I don't know. The Rise of Skywalker, when I watched that, it really made me realize that Return of the Jedi is better than I thought it was, because it ended it on a very high note, and it might have not been the best in the series, but it knew how to get the job done. It knew how to end that trilogy, and I love it for that. I'm so sorry, watchers, I forgot about Return of the Jedi, but yeah, that's a good movie. That was my ranking, and may the 4th be with you.